You never think it'll be you. But on a warm July morning in Texas, a quiet river turned deadly, and only one girl made it out alive. This is the true story of Devyn Smith, and what happened to her could happen to any of us. Subscribe to Unforeseen Fates, because some stories survive to save others. You hear about floods in far-off towns, on the news and quick headlines. People swept away in the night, bridges gone, streets turned to rivers. But you never think it will be you. Until it is. Until the water rises faster than breath.
Woman clings to
Until
a tree.
you're gripping
Her
a tree,
clothes have been ripped
wondering
from
how
her.
many more seconds you can hold on. This is the true story of Devyn Smith, a 22-year-old woman from Midland, Texas, who went camping with her family for the 4th of July and ended up clinging to a tree nearly 15 miles downstream, the lone survivor of a flood that took everything. She didn't have time to think. She had to fight. Devyn had plans to make memories. It was the 4th of July weekend, and she was camping with her family at HTRTX campground in Kerrville, along the banks of the Guadalupe River. With her were 5 loved ones: her mom, her dad, her younger sister, and her aunt and uncle. The day was typical hill country summer, hot and bright. They grilled, laughed, and talked about watching fireworks over the water. The tent was zipped up tight for the night. Coolers were stacked, towels hung to dry. But upstream, the sky was changing. What happened next was not a gentle rainfall. In the early hours of Friday, July 5th, 2025, a powerful weather event, what meteorologists call a mesoscale convective vortex, unleashed over 20 inches of rain in less than 6 hours. The Guadalupe River surged. It rose 26 feet in 45 minutes, a catastrophic spike, turning the peaceful campground into a roaring current. There were no sirens, no alerts, no chance to evacuate in time. By the time the family woke up, it was already too late. According to Devyn's uncle, the family woke around 4 or 5 a.m. to water already rushing into the tent. They scrambled, trying to get into the car, hoping to escape. But one SUV stalled out almost immediately, trapped, surrounded by water, nowhere to go. Inside the vehicle, Devyn heard her father Joel trying to comfort everyone. "It's going to be okay. Help is coming. Cody called 911. We'll be fine." But then the water took him. And then it took the others. Devyn and her mother tried to hold on, but the current was too strong. Her sister was swept away next. Then Devyn was alone. Devyn's body was carried by the floodwaters nearly 15 to 20 miles, from Kerrville all the way to Center Point. She was battered by debris. A refrigerator floated past and nearly dragged her under. Branches, trash, tree limbs, everything became a threat. And then she saw a tree, an exposed pecan tree on the floodplain. She reached for it, missed, tried again, and this time she held on. Devyn clung to that tree for hours, cold, cut, silent, wrapped in vines and shivering mud. Her fingernails cracked, her legs wouldn't move, her voice had given out. But she did not let go. It wasn't until around 10 a.m. that someone heard her. A man named Carl Jeter, at home in Center Point, stepped into his backyard. Through the trees, he heard something. Faint, hoarse, almost not human. It was Devyn calling for help. Carl didn't ignore it. He called 911. Rescuers arrived by airboat, hacking through debris and flood brush. And then they saw her, a lone figure, half submerged, still clinging to life. One responder yelled, "She's alive!"
and clung to the tree for
They pulled her from the tree and rushed her to a nearby ER. She was injured, fractured ribs, bruises, dehydration, but she was alive. Back at the campground, the worst fears were confirmed. Her entire family, 5 people, did not survive. Their tent had wrapped around a tree like paper. Vehicles were found miles downstream, ripped apart. Across Kerr County, more bodies were recovered. Camp Mystic, an upstream girls' camp, lost 27 campers and counselors. By the time the floodwaters receded, over 100 people were confirmed dead. Hundreds more were stranded or injured. Devyn was the only one from her group who made it out. What made this flood so deadly wasn't just the rain, it was the terrain. Texas Hill Country is known as Flash Flood Alley, a region where water runs fast and has nowhere to go. The limestone ridges don't absorb moisture. When intense storms hit, rivers swell with terrifying speed. Meteorologists confirmed that this was one of the most extreme flash floods in modern Texas history. Emergency systems were overwhelmed. Communication towers went down. Many families had no warning, just darkness, and then water. Devyn has since returned home. She doesn't talk to the media. Her uncle said she's recovering quietly, but the trauma lingers. Survivor's guilt, PTSD, and the ache of not knowing why she survived. In a private note, she wrote, "The river took my family and left me. I don't know why, but I have to make it mean something." She still has scars on her hands from the tree, but she's alive. This story is not just about a flood. It's about how quickly life can change, about the strength we don't know we have until we're forced to find it. It's about a girl who held on when everything else was washed away. But it's also a reminder. If you live in a flood-prone area, learn the signs. Know your terrain. Sign up for emergency alerts. Have an evacuation plan. And never drive through water. Even a foot of flood water can carry your car away. Keep a go bag. Flashlight, whistle, water, medical supplies, IDs. Be ready before the storm. To the families who lost loved ones, we honor you. To the man who listened and called for help, we thank you. To the rescuers who carried Devyn out, we remember your courage. And to Devyn, your story will teach thousands how to live better, love deeper, and prepare smarter. Because here at Unforeseen Fates, we believe the stories that survive aren't just lucky. They're meant to teach. They're meant to protect. They're meant to live on. Before you scroll away, take a moment. Just breathe. I pray that disaster never finds its way to your door. That no flood, no storm, no flame, no trembling earth shall ever tear you from the ones you love. May the skies above your home remain calm. The roads beneath your feet stay steady, and every night you rest be followed by a safe morning. I pray that the moments you set aside for peace never turn into pain. That your quiet getaways stay peaceful. And that you never have to know the fear of sudden loss. May nature itself protect you. May you always be guided away from the wrong place at the wrong time. May the earth beneath you stay firm, the wind pass gently, and should danger ever come, may there be a way out, a tree to cling to, a voice to hear your cry, a stranger brave enough to reach for you. May your life be filled with steady days, safe, joyful, beautifully ordinary days. Because in a world this unpredictable, steady is a blessing. If this story moved you, helped you, or taught you something, help us keep sharing stories like this. Click subscribe. We're just getting started. And the next story might be the one that prepares you for what's ahead.